Good afternoon, I'm Malcolm Jordan and this is your Midday News Fix for Tuesday, the 18th of August. The Transport Minister's confident the government's taking the right approach for Auckland's new harbour crossing, despite potshots from within his own government. Cabinet's agreed to commission a new business case into bridge and tunnel options, including a Miola Reef crossing. New Zealand First Leader Winston Peters says it's a gross waste of money, and he requested changes before signing off on it. But Chris Bishop says they're following the right process.
There have been successive transport ministers who have announced various grand plans for a second harbour crossing in Auckland. None of them have amounted to anything, precisely because we haven't done the work that we're doing at the moment.
Donald Trump has threatened to bomb Oman if it gets in the way of a US-Iran deal on the Strait of Hormuz. The US president's made the threat to a Fox News journalist, responding to ongoing talks between Oman and Iran on control of the strait. Trump's also musing about making the waterway a US territory, despite Iran having effectively closed it when the war started in February.
Well, I just think it's a great idea, yeah. I mean, we control it. We have total control over the strait. Now, they can be a nuisance. They can put a mine in the water, but the blockade has been very effective.
Hopes a proposed shake-up of aged care will piece together what's been called a fragmented system. A ministerial advisory group's made 40 recommendations, including more in-home care, a workforce strategy and a national pathway for people needing support. It warns the cost of care will almost double within a decade, and some areas could run out of beds without any action. Aged Care Association Chief Executive Tracy Martin says there's no simple fix.
We've got to connect up in-home care with residential care, with our hospital system, with our primary health system, and we've been treating them as silos up to this point.
The country's largest and busiest port has received draft fast-track approval for a major expansion. Port of Tauranga plans to use cargo storage land to extend the Sulphur Point container berth by 385 metres and the Mount Maunganui wharves by 315 metres. With more, business reporter Michael Sergel.
Local iwi, who have been fighting the project through the courts, believe it will further degrade the harbour environment. But the port claims the project is vital for both Bay of Plenty and the New Zealand economy. The conditions of the draft approval have yet to be published.
Households will no longer need to keep checking if they're on their power company's best power plan. The Electricity Authority is imposing new requirements for companies to inform customers whether they're on the most affordable plan for their circumstances. All power companies must comply by April next year. It's also banning the companies from doing large chargebacks for bills older than 6 months. Energy Minister Simeon Brown says they're common sense and necessary changes. The Commerce Commission's investigating allegations of inaccurate expiry dates and country of origin labelling across 4 more supplement companies following the NZ Mussel scandal. To sport, injured All Blacks duo Cam Roigard and Will Jordan are firming as fit for the opening rugby test against the Springboks in Johannesburg on Sunday morning. Silver Ferns captain Karen Berger will return to Australia's Super Netball next year with the Sunshine Coast Lightning. Chanel Harris-Tavita has re-signed with the Warriors until the end of the 2029 campaign. And the Tall Ferns basketballers have beaten Argentina 57-35 at their pre-Olympic qualifying tournament in Mexico. I'm Malcolm Jordan. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.